Hello from snowy Finland, and Happy New Year, everyone. My name is Herta, and in July 22, we moved from Austria to Finland. Or actually, I am originally from Finland, but my husband and our two kids, they are all Austrians, and until 5 months ago, we were living a really Austrian life. And now, as the kids ended their very first Finnish school semester, in this video I'm gonna tell you about how it was and how the Finnish school generally is, what are the differences between Finnish and Austrian schools, what we like, what we maybe don't like that much, and also a bit about that why the Finnish education miracle has been falling during the last couple of years. Now the kids are having their Christmas holidays, and that's the first difference. Autumn semester in Finland starts in the first or second week of August and ends to Christmas. And that's the first semester, and then the kids are having a couple of weeks Christmas holidays, and then in January the spring semester starts, and the spring semester lasts until last week of May or first week of June. It depends a bit. In Austria it's a bit different because the winter semester starts in the second week of September and ends to February. Then there is 1 week semester holiday, and after that the summer semester starts, which lasts then until first week of July. Summer holidays, they are in both countries about 9 weeks. The other holidays are a bit different, but not that much. Then the next difference is the day structure, because the kids in Finland are eating in the school their lunch. They can stay there a bit longer. And the timetable from Finnish kids is also a bit more exact, because they can see which subjects they are having every day, like maths or sports or English or whatsoever. In Austria it was only like we like Unterricht, like lesson, so they knew only as they were having sports, crafts and religion. And that's once again a big difference to Austria and the religion, because Tyrol is a very Catholic place. So they were having, I guess, 2 or maybe even 3 hours religion per week. In Finland, if your kid is non-religious, then they have only 1 week ethics per week. Then the next difference is the whole school system. In Austria, the kids are together only for 4 years, and after that they go either to gymnasium or to middle school. And where they go, it depends on what their grades are. Although in Innsbruck you could have only A grades, so the best of the best, and still didn't get any place on that school in which you wanted to go. So, well, that's not nice for a 10 years old. And then they are once again 4 years in the gymnasium or in the middle school, and then they have to choose again. I'm not sure how this change may again happens, because they can stay in that school where they already were, or they can go to another school. And there are different kinds of schools I don't even know how many of them. It's a bit confusing, and I'm just happy that I don't have to learn it anymore. What is what? Here I like the Finnish system more. Although, what I do like more in Austria is the vocational school, because they are actually learning the profession in companies or by someone who knows it. They are not sitting in the school that much like in Finland. In Finland, all the kids are together 9 years. At first, 6 years in the first primary school, and after that 3 years. They get to choose very many subjects. If you say that you like maths or other that kind of stuff, then you can take more maths. And if you say you like languages, then you just take more languages, and so on. And that's really, really nice. I like it a lot. The older you get, the more freedom you have to choose what you want to learn, which is great for your motivation, I think, because you don't have to learn that much things which are uninteresting for you. And then once again, if you know already that you want to become a doctor, then you can take more chemistry and maths and biology and so on. And then after these 9 years in the primary school, the kids get to choose either an vocational or academic way. So they go to high school or to a vocational school. And after that, after high school, 3 years of high school, it makes them ready for another study in the university or something like that. And after vocational school, they have a profession and can start to work or maybe go studying or whatsoever. This Finnish system is, I think, better because the kids can stay kids a bit longer and they don't have to make decisions so early, or especially because they are often not doing these decisions by themselves. And these decisions is made just way too early and is guilty for segregation and selection and can affect the child for the rest of his life. This is also because of the teachers who may make just unconscious choices with the kids. And that's sad. And what's also a bit different is the private tutoring, which is a whole business in Austria, not that much in Finland, where the kids, if they are more slower or not checking something, then the teachers give them private teaching before or after the normal school day. In Austria, it's really a whole business. In school year 2021, the Austrian parents gave over 100 million euros for private tutoring. It means 16% of all the students, pupils, school kids in Austria are getting private tutoring paid by the parents. And I think it is a big problem because Austria is not spending that much less money for the education as Finland. What's also a bit different compared to Austria is that here even the first graders go or drive with the bike alone to the school, even if the way is a bit longer, like 2 or up to 3 kilometers. The nearest school is usually, it's about 3 kilometers. And also the school choice. You have in the city, you have your own area school, but it's not that difficult to change it if you say that like our kids are not in their own area school. In Austria, what I have heard, it's a lot more difficult. You have to apply it and then the director says if it's okay. and well, it's your kid, so I don't know. No, I think it's more about that the schools don't become that in some school there are only five school kids and the other one has 300 and so on. But still, I think the schools in Finland have they maybe have to offer already also something, not just be there, because it's like easier to change the school. But in Finland, it's also not enough to say just that, well, my friends are in that school, so I want to go there. There should be a better reason, like some special class, language or music or sports or something like that. Then I don't think that PISA or other that kind of studies is a good measure element alone, but they do give you an opportunity to see what's maybe going wrong and what's working good or something like that. A bit like with the kids also, you can't just compare them with other kids, but it's good to know if the child is developing or maybe going backwards, or not only kids, also we adults as well. And Finland has been falling, and what's interesting is that Estonia has made a huge rise at this time, which Finland goes like this and Estonia goes like this. So because one is saying that all the countries are going maybe not that good or something like that. It's not true. But for this rise of Estonia and this going down from Finland, there are many possible reasons, and you can't say only one of them and say that that is the problem. The truth is that Finland has made many mistakes. The responsible people have noticed it, and maybe now, as we have election 2023 in the spring, maybe we'll see some change then after a couple of years, but I don't think so, because, well, the politicians are what they are. They promise everything and then they do nothing. That's why I'm really glad that I have enough time for my kids, so I can help them out. And on these days, it's also very nice to know that if they are learning some stupid things in the school, I can say them that it's not everything like they say it there. Then what else could be behind it is that the teachers say that they have no time for the kids anymore. Integration is great, but if there are students in the class who don't get that support they need, well, the teacher can't do anything. And if we compare Finland and Estonia, Estonia is more teacher-led. In Finland, the kids have to be very independent already in the young years. Some say that it's maybe too early and too much independency. However, this could be a problem, maybe not, maybe like I said, there is not just one reason. What they also say is that in Estonia there are still mother language classes in Estonian and Russian languages, which they want to make away until 2030, meaning starting from next year the kids are no more getting a Russian spoken education anymore. Kindergarten and schools, they are changing them one after one to Estonian language. Almost 25% of Estonian people have Russia as their mother language, so that can also affect then the PISA results, because Of course, if it's not your mother language, it can be a bit more difficult. Then, what we don't like that much in Finnish school is the digitization, or generally in the Finnish society, the kids are getting their cell phones so early. Sometimes already with 5-6 years, and since the first grade, almost everyone has a cell phone, and not just some cell phone like old Nokia or something like that. No, they have their smartphones. And why is it a problem is because some kids are getting iPads from the school, and then the parents are like losing their minds because you can't put a time limit for your school tablet or iPad. And then the kids come from the school, and then they are just, because they are often alone after the school in Finland, then they just spend the whole afternoon until late evening on the screens. And well, everybody knows how this affects to not only for the kids, also for adults. So that's something we don't like that much. In Austria, the kids get their cell phones often not before the 5th grade. Some maybe not even then, because they don't need it that much. And I don't care if it's today's world or whatsoever. No, because they are not doing something clever on it. They are not learning some coding or something like that. No, they are just playing and maybe texting or calling their friends, but that's all. So I don't think so little kids need a cell phone. And that's also so stupid, because the teachers are saying that, hey, the kids are way too much on the screens, and you see it in the school because they are tired and they are so angry and so on. And what do they get? They get more screen time without any concept. And there I would like to see a middle way there, meaning not this Austrian too traditional way with some old handwriting practice, but also not this Finnish too modern way with no concept at all. Because what we are experiencing is that they just need to do something with the screens, and actually they are not doing anything clever on them. And what we do like in the Finnish school is the food. Food is good, and our kids like it, and we like it because we don't have to cook that much at home, and the kids can stay a bit longer in the school. And we like the sports because they are testing many kind of different sports. What I also like is that the kids can choose more by themselves, and they can be a bit more independent, like I already said. And yeah, it's not that, maybe not that, how do you say, the box is maybe not that small where one kid has to fit in, like in Austria it was. And otherwise, I guess I forget now many things what I actually wanted to tell you, but I have to go now. And if you have something to ask or some other thoughts or whatsoever, please write me a comment. I'm also always very happy to read them. And if you want to ask something from our kids, direct from the school or something like that, just ask. I'll translate it. I hope you liked the video, and we'll see in the next video. Or bye bye.